Welcome back to Broken Bobby's Transformation Page. If you are new to the page, in 1990 I became involved in the drug gang world. From 92 to '06, I spent a lot of time incarcerated. I tell these stories to let you know it don't have to be you. If you're young and thinking about trying something or you're figuring out how to get out, these are my stories of this lifestyle and how it affected me, and eventually I got out and transformed my life. So let's get into today's story. Okay, so let's get into part two of CDCR and the levels. So we covered CCFs, MCCFs, camps, ones, twos, and some threes. Now, I want to be clear that not all yards are created equal. And what I mean by that is you could be on a level 3 over here, and it could be a good programming yard, and you could get transferred to another level 3, and it could be on and cracking. It could be war, all out war. And keep in mind, now I'm speaking of in my time, the early 2000s, before they kicked everybody out of the shoe. So if you like these sort of stories, then please subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, share this video, and if you have any experience in the California Department of Corrections, drop a comment and tell me how your experience was. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way, whenever I drop a new video, you will be notified, and you can watch it when you're ready. So now we are talking about the big boys. These are the killers, and not everybody is a killer, but more are than not. Okay, so we're talking about the level 4. Level 4 270. That is the original level 4 design in the California Department of Corrections. And that is, the way it's designed is from the observation tower, I guess you would say, in the center of the cell block, there's blind spots. So one of the ways they fixed that was by going to the level 4 180 yard, and these designs are all, 180 is a straight line, 270 is more of a V shape. And on the 180s, there are no blind spots. And what they did basically in a nutshell was they took the 270 design and they broke it into sections. And by doing this, it allows less convicts to congregate in the day rooms at one time, which in essence, you would think it makes it easier to quell major disturbances. So the level 4 180 is typically going to be the most active yards on general population. Okay, now there's also ADSEG in the secure housing unit, but that's not considered mainline. Well, I mean, they're active, but they're not like the highest level of custody is level 4. You can be put into the shoe or ADSEG. ADSEG is if you have a rules infraction, you can basically end up in ADSEG. And that could be anywhere from some minor little bullshit to stabbing somebody to death. And typically, if it's the latter, then you are heading to you're going to end up with a shoe term. And I can't stress enough, I'm speaking of when I was doing time. Now I hear all kinds of stuff, conflicting reports about whether or not people are actually getting shoe terms, but you'll definitely end up in ADSEG if you do something that's worthy. So now One other thing I wanted to touch on briefly, I have no experience whatsoever with this, so I'm basically going on secondhand information with this, but the SNYs. Now, on the SNY yards, basically you have these yards used to be designed for people with funny charges, people that like children, stuff like that. They would send them over there as a protective custody type of thing. But over the last couple of decades, so many people have dropped out of the big four organizations that these yards are becoming more common than the GP active yards. So a lot of people that weren't ready for their career, if you will, to be over, went over there and they started new gangs. So there's gang wars that go on over there, and Kern Valley State Prison is probably one of the most active level 4 180s in the state. There's stabbings that go on there all the time. There's murders that go on there all the time. So I would say don't get it twisted that everybody's soft on that side. If you were a killer on the GP side, chances are you're still a killer over there. But I digress. Let's move away from that because, like I said, I've never been to that side and I really have no firsthand experience. So these level 4 180s, these are shoe kickout yards. So if you've done something to warrant a shoe, getting sent to the shoe and getting a shoe commitment, when you finish that shoe commitment, they're going to kick you out onto a level 4 180, and then you have to do 2 years there without any infractions to basically move to a level 4 270 or potentially even like a level 3. Now, with the point system, one thing I would warn younger people that may be heading in that direction towards prison, you could go in with super low points with, 18 points, whatever, level 1, and a couple write-ups and a shoe term, and now you're on the highest level. You're on the level 4 180 with the killers. So it's a treacherous place. Keep in mind, you are going to put in work, especially on these higher yards. Maybe on the lower yards, not so much. But on these 3 and 4 yards, you are definitely going to produce paperwork. And what paperwork is it's your history. It's what you've done, what you did to receive your commitment to prison, any 115s you may have received, time in the hole, all that stuff. So this is just a general idea of what it's like and the levels in prison. Like I always say, if you're out here doing positive things, then you won't need to worry about this stuff. But for me, it was family, fitness, and freedom that helped me come back from this sort of lifestyle. And, things are pretty good. So I hope you guys enjoyed these videos. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you like this sort of content. Smash that like button, drop a comment. Tell me what your experience was like. And don't forget to share the video. Also hit the notification bell so that you can be alerted when I drop new videos. And don't look at the mountain, just start climbing.